Welcome back as always, guys. So I've showed you guys in the past the gas mask that I've gotten from MIRA Safety. I'm going to do another follow-up video on getting into the why you'd want one, but I want to try to keep that separate from this one. This one I want to specifically go over a new one that I got from MIRA that's their latest offering. I'm going to kind of show you and give you the details and differences across their whole line, but the new one in specific. So starting out, you've got the CM-8M. As you can see, it's got more of a full face visor on it. You've got your standard 2 ports for running single or dual filters, the voice box, exhalation valve, your drink valve, yada yada. Typical full face type respirator. Compare that with the CM-7M, which same deal, dual filters or single, your voice box, yada yada. Your drink tube, you'll notice, is a little different, but you've got 2 regular lenses instead of the fuller face lens. So according to MIRA, and everybody's results may be different with this, I'm kind of on the fence. This one is better if you need to be shooting a rifle than this one, simply because it'll let you get down a little better on the gun. It does. You can do it okay with the full face one, but this one is a little better. Neither one's easy. If you've ever had to shoot with a gas mask on, you know it's a royal pain in the backside. It's not fun. A couple of reasons I've got different ones, I'll just tell you, is I got these for me and my boys, and I specifically got this one for my wife. Why? Well, the bigger face mask on this one gives you better peripheral vision, more open. There's nothing in the middle that your eyes are seeing, like looking through the 2 lenses. And in her case, it's not bad, but she's got a mild amount of claustrophobia. And with something like this, where everything's more open, it can, for some people, be a better option. They don't feel like they're closed in something when they put the mask on. The bigger field of view is a little better. So, all that said, I like both. Didn't have a problem running either one. But they come out with a new one, and that is the new CM-8M. That's this one. You'll notice that this one doesn't have the single lenses like the 7 does, but it's not a full face like the 6 is. It's kind of that hybrid, kind of like a set of goggles for sun, wind, and dust goggles, for lack of a better reference. Again, the front piece right here is very similar to the 7 in how your drink tube and everything is. Just like all the others, when you get it, it comes with a canteen that's got the standard connector on it, on the lid, for being able to drink. All the good stuff that all the other MIRA masks do. Same protection level ratings for everything that it covers. I mean, I could read you the whole list, but it's right there on their website. It'll show you it, and depending on which filter you use. I've got a couple different filters from them. In fact, they're plain particulate filters I've used a lot in some of the construction stuff that I've been doing, just when I didn't want to be breathing in crap, and they work like a champ. It's great stuff. Their typical MBC filters cover pretty much everything you could possibly want one to cover. They've got a number of different selections. Again, you can see them at the website. I'll put a link in the description box to the website for any of it that you want to go see. So what does the 8 offer you over the other 2? So the 8's kind of a compromise, and it's a compromise that I personally like. This one's going to be mine. I've claimed it for myself. Father-husband privilege. A wife gets to keep her 7, her 6, and the boys get to keep their 7s. But I'm claiming this one for me. Like I said, father privilege. So you've got a little bit bigger field of view than what the 7s offer. It's not quite as big of a field of view as what the 6 is, but it allows you to get down on the gun a little bit easier than the 6, but not quite as good arguably as the 7. So it's kind of right in that, middle ground area in between the two. Let me just show you what it looks like. So when you get it on, obviously you can still hear pretty good through the voice box. It's got as good a voice box as I've heard on any mask. When you're wearing a mask, it kills your voice, right? That's just nature of the beast. These do as good as any other that I've tried and used and seen over the years, as far as letting your voice project out so that other people can hear you without you feeling like you've got to scream at the top of your lungs for them to hear you. So this is what it looks like on. You've got good field of view. I can still see the lower part of the mask in my peripheral view, so it's not quite as open down here as what the 6 is. I mean, obviously you can see how much lower down the lens comes on that one. So, again, it's that trade-off. What you're getting here, so where the edges of the lens cap comes out, you don't have that on the 7s. So let me see if I can do this. So when you've got something that you need to get behind, you can get down, but it's a little bit more difficult. You really got to kind of get that sweet spot, but it's definitely easier than with the 6. So it's a game of compromises and trade-offs. As far as sealing up, I mean, it does great. It does everything you want a mask to do, right? And yes, before anybody says it, it doesn't work when you've got this. We'll cover that in the next video, okay? We'll get into more of the details. I just wanted to cover those specs and show you. I'll put a link to MIRA's site in the description box. I'll put a link specifically to the 8 in the description box. You can see all the others on the site as well, etc., etc. So I am really happy to have these. I feel completely solid and comfortable. If you've ever actually, those of you that have been through basic training or boot camp, and you've been in a gas chamber and worn a gas mask, you know how much of a believer you become in it when you get in there and you actually get to experience it working and doing its job. If you ever need one, you need one, and you want a good one. In my unprofessional opinion, these are good ones, which is why I've got them. I wouldn't trust my family to them. I wouldn't have gotten them for myself and them if I didn't. So, that all said, guys, cover all your bases in your preparedness. There's a lot of reasons why you would want to have a mask like this on hand and the appropriate filters. Again, follow-up video should be up in a day or two after this one, and we'll go over why, well, I think some of the reasons are you'd want these, all right? Stay safe, stay prepared. I'll see you later.